South Sydney, they scored their match winner in the last few minutes, breaking North Sydney Bears fans' hearts last week at CommBank Stadium, and they've earned the right to play here this afternoon at Accor Stadium. There's NRL talent right across their team, including that man, Gus, Bulldogs bound next year, Blake Taaffe in the #1 jersey.
Yeah, well, 2 years ago, Blake Taaffe played in the NRL Grand Final, played fullback, standing in for Latrell Mitchell. Wayne Bennett chose him as a young fella to go into that pressure cooker atmosphere. He handled it really well. And he's pretty much been the understudy for Latrell Mitchell ever since. Primarily a half 5'8", makes a really good fist of fullback. Very, very quick, very dangerous. He'll be a big player here today.
So, well, that man that was just on screen in Shaq Mitchell for South Sydney. Plenty of NRL experience and plenty of NRL aspirants on display in the State Cup final. And is there a knock on from the kickoff? There is. So a horrible start for the Rabbitohs.
Well, we were talking about conditions earlier in the broadcast. There's strong gusts of wind here today. We know it's warm, and just maybe the sun got in the eyes. Oh, what a start here from the Tigers.
There's the dropout. Pezzett takes it on the bounce. Gives it to Tristan Powell, who was one of the best players on the field in the grand final. Jack Mears, the dummy half. Jordan Grand, experienced campaigner, played a number of games for the Melbourne Storm, the 29-year-old front rower for the Tigers. Now Pezzett, lovely little short ball to Tom Rafter, and he's tackled 11 metres away from the line. Tigers with a great opportunity early. Through the hands it goes. Pulu, nice little offload, and good hands there by Murray. Murray's tackled 6 metres away, centre field. Mears goes to Pezzett. Pezzett with a step, and he can't get a pass away. Grimace in that tackle too there from Jonah Pezzett, but he's okay as he gets to his feet. Now Taj Wood, rubber kick. Taff's got it. Lovely little pick-up and gets in the field of play. Well done, South Sydney.
Well, that'll settle the nerves after the first mistake there from the kick-off. They need to get the ball the other end of the field, though. But sometimes a set of 6 like that at the start of the game, defending your line, gives you a lot of confidence if you get through it.
Come on, mate.
Well, we know it's a very hot afternoon here at Accor Stadium. Let's get the latest on the conditions. Sideline, good afternoon, Darren Lockyer.
Yeah, afternoon, Salty. We've spoken about it before the game, and it is warm out there. It's currently 33 degrees. You see the humidity 17%. That's why the heat stress index was favourable, because there's no humidity out there at the moment. There's a wind, a 33-kilometre wind behind the Tigers, and that might have been the effect of that kickoff.
Tigers now working it out of their own ends. Corey Thompson was the fullback for the Tigers in their grand final win and for the whole season, but he has now retired from rugby league after a terrific career. That's a good run there from Grant. 10 metres into Rabbitohs territory go the Tigers. Mears to dummy half. Now Pezzett asking questions. Lovely short ball, and that is a very good run from Rafter. Quick play the ball on the last. The Tigers on the front foot. What do they do here? Rubber kick from Pezzett, and they're back there. The Rabbitohs, and now Taaffe has got it on his own 10.
Well, he's taken the line on a few times already, Jonah Pezzett. He's involved in this tackle as he gives away a penalty, but he's put the Rabbitohs on notice early. A couple of nice touches.
Have you had much to do with him, Cameron, down there at the Melbourne Storm?
Well, Gus, he was quite a young man when he joined the Melbourne Storm when I was still playing, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time to spend with Jonah, but speaking with the coaches down in Melbourne, a lot of the development guys involved in the development system, they've got huge raps on him. Let's hope the Storm can keep a hold of him for a long, long time.
French now for the Rabbitohs. 5 short of halfway. 3 in the tackle there from the Tigers. Mamazelos goes for a run out of dummy half. Tiaupa, lovely ball. It's Thompson keeping it alive here, the Rabbitohs. French inside the Tigers 30 they go. Best attacking platform of the afternoon so far for South Sydney. Tallis Duncan passing this time. It goes through the hands. That's Jacob Gagai. Mitchell. They're onto him quickly. Jordan Grant down low. Duncan. Tallis Duncan passing again. Tiaupa to French. Fighting with Jack Mears, and then finishing off the tackle there is Charlie Murray. 10 away from the line. Last play here for South Sydney. Duncan through the hands. The kick from Hawkins. Woods left it behind, and they've eventually forced it. The Rabbitohs will get a dropout.
Yeah, a nice little play there by Dean Hawkins. He looked up, he's seen Riley Jaxie actually come up out of the line. You just see Jaxie here, he comes up out of the line, creates a little bit of space in the in goal. It's a nice chase in the end. Good repeat set for the Rabbits.
Tigers go short. It's hanging up there, and that's a great take. Bradley got the pass away, didn't have to. And they put it down.
Well, you'd think you'd be happy you caught it and got possession back for your team, but let's go for the miracle play on the back end of it as well. Beautiful kick, nice and high. Obviously kicked it for this man, Bradley. He goes up, he gets it. You beauty, we got it. Now we don't. Oh well, fortune favours the brave sometimes.
He's a real target for the Tigers. Kane Bradley. That height in the centres. Standing next to him on the wing is someone who's pretty tall and experienced himself in George Jennings, but they've got defending to do now because the Rabbitohs are on the front foot. Terrific up-tempo start to our first game on NRL Grand Final Day. Hope you've settled in to enjoy the day and the night wherever you're watching right around Australia. Duncan. Strong charge again from Mitchell. And he's tackled 5 away from the line. Mamazelos to Duncan, the spin, and he's going to be wrapped up a metre short of the line. Mamazelos looks one way, goes the other. Here's French fighting for the line. He'll be made to play it a metre away. Mamazelos. Now Duncan again through the hands. Hawkins tapped, that went forward.
Last tackle on the mark.
There's some good goal line defence there from the Brisbane boys.
Where you are, Ethan? South on me. Jack.
It's a nice ball playing from Tallis Duncan. We've seen him a lot in the NRL this year, the number 13 for South Sydney, and it's not unusual to see a number 13 in Rabbitohs colours playing that way.
Yeah, well, they've signed him up for a number of years. He was a young fellow and they made a long-term commitment to him, so they've obviously seen the potential and the talent.
Set restart here for the Tigers after Jennings had that threatening run. Now Jordan Grant, tackled by Duncan. Mitchell throws it out the back. Mears, nice little pickup on the half volley. Murray. Charlie Murray with the big get out of my way, and he's tackled 15 away from the line. Pezzett, Grant, offloads to Mears. He's wrapped up a few metres away from the Rabbitohs line. Which team is going to be the first to crack in this State Cup? Wood, Taj Wood, good tackle down low. Dean Hawkins. Try their luck down the blind side for Tape, wrapped up and driven back. Last play for the Tigers. Pezzett, he'll be caught in the last, gets a pass away. A kick for the post. It's for Bradley. Goes over his head. South. How did that happen?
Oh, no way.
How did they get away with that? It's a party trick.
No disadvantage. The pass there, backwards, and it's touched by East in flight. It's got me up.
So they found a touch by
Tigers.
the Tigers. This is quite remarkable, this play. It missed about 5 or 6 sets of hands as this ball goes through. A couple there. Well, look at that. Back heel? Is that a back heel?
Well, I think he dropped it and then kicked it.
Yeah.
And it managed to go backwards to Blake Taft. So he juggles it and then kicks it with the shin.
That's a back heel.
And it goes back.
We've seen plenty of those in the Women's World Cup a month ago, 6 weeks ago, on this very ground.
Right. Jonah, clear the grip. All the way. Go one, Jonah.
Mamazelos.
Thomas, clear the rock. Lock in here, Charlie, wait.
Rabbitohs on their own 30. Little offload there from French to Mamazelos. He got a pass away to Gordon. Yelene Gordon.
Jordan, here. Square up. Go through, you
A
drop.
veteran.
Charlie, move. Make it.
O'Neill playing the ball for South. Here's Duncan. Straight and hard from Tallis Duncan. A good tackle from Jordan Grant. Quick play the ball as well. Now Hawkins kicks. Here come the chasers. And great take. And the try is scored by Munro. The Rabbitohs are in first.
He's a real talent, this lad. The ball seems to find him, and he seems to be able to find the try line quite comfortably. Harvey Norman replay. Hawkins puts the high kick, not just content to tackle the opposition fullback. He's over the top of him, Munro, and does that so comfortably. You can see the naturally gifted talent there, Cameron, can't you?
Absolutely. And just speaking about that kick, Gus, Hawkins, he judged that perfectly with the wind. He's travelling into the wind. He just set it up in the breeze, which allowed Tyrone Munro to come through with plenty of momentum and out jump his opposite winger. It's a nice start.
Well, he scored the last 2 tries for the Rabbitohs. Scored the match winner in the grand final last week at Combank Stadium and scores the opener this afternoon.
Yeah, he's a good little player, Dean Hawkins, too. A regular in the South Sydney Reserve Grade comp. Fills in first grade every now and then, or in the NRL rather. He's quite accomplished. Landed that one right on the spot. Darren Lockyer.
When you put those little pop kicks up, you want to stand the opposition player still, and that's what he did. It was pinpoint. Still had to execute the catch, but he just couldn't get a leap, Lehman, because he was flat-footed.
Dean Hawkins re-signed with the Rabbitohs for next season. He's got the kicking duties again this afternoon for his team. What a great shot that is. And off the upright, no goal.
Stay behind it. Behind the ball. Come on.
First blood to the Rabbitohs. Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Out the full.
Oh, wow,
No, it's
no.
not out the full. It bounced. Or was it a touch? Either
No.
way, it's a dropout.
Yeah, it's landed in the field of play. If he'd have been standing on the dead ball line here, he only had to put his foot dead in goal. He gets back close and then thinks, well, I'll let this bounce.
Oh.
If you let the ball bounce, Peter,
What happens, Gus?
you invite disappointment into your life.
When you're ready, Dean.
They go short. And that's batted back. The Rabbitohs have got it.
Brenda. Stand, hold, go, one.
They've won a short dropout, kicking to the tallest man on the field in the opposition, Kane Bradley, and they got away with it.
Lock in.
Great play from South Sydney.
Room, hold. Hold. Go, two. Tristan, move. All the way, bar. Not
start to the contest. Both teams with plenty of chances early as Gordon wrapped up.
Thomas, don't work. Lock in. Tristan, wait.
Duncan to Hawkins. Taff, look out. Rabbitohs was in front of him.
Hold. No, not late.
3 premierships in a row for Rabbitohs, the back rower for the Tigers. 2 in a row for the North Devils. Oh, what a tackle.
Stand down. Wait. No, one.
That was strong.
You lead. Lock in colours, Jack. No, 2.
Now Bradley. Duncan and Mitchell, 2 of the defenders, along with Gordon. Now Murray, wrapped up by O'Neill. Side of the halfway line. Riley Jacks to Pulu, that player we were just talking about. Mears to Pezzett. That is a very high floating kick into the sun. Oh, he does well. Blake Taff, great take, and then looking to set up his winger on the opposite side in Carr.
Hey, get out of there. Square up, Tristan.
That was fantastic, that take. Pezzett got a whole piece of that football. It was floating. It sat up there for a long time. Taff would have heard the footsteps of the Tigers players coming down. Look at the sun's in his eyes. Last minute takes the hand away. Beautiful catch.
Marmazelos to dummy half. Duncan, he's had some really good runs in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Tallis Duncan, that was another strong hit up. Now Hawkins, they're in a mood now. Munro, look out, kicks over the top. Taj Woods there for the Tigers.
No, they really fancy their chances, don't they, the Rabbitohs on their right edge. That's where they scored their opening try from a kick, but they've looked pretty dangerous going down there with their small-sided shifts, their last tackle plays running the football. Lockie.
Oh, they needed that penalty, the Tigers. You can see both teams that they're going down the middle of the field early before they shift, and the big players in the middle, you can see the fatigue starting to set in. The Tigers had a lot of hands on hips, a lot of water out there at the moment, but the penalty will relieve some pressure for them.
Tigers with, as Darren Lockyer said, a much-needed penalty. That's a very good touch finder as well.
He's got a fair breeze behind him there, and he used it nicely there.
Pulu, 25 away from the line. Just the 1 try after 16 minutes. The Tigers looking to hit back. 20 metres away. Players finally got some shade they can sit in. The use of the bench is going to be vital in all of our games in these conditions. Rafter. Now Pezzett with a dummy, not fallen for. Gordon with the tackle. Mears. Grant looking to wind up. Jordan Grant. He could see the line, but he was stopped just short of it. Last tackle. Mears throws it to nobody. Pezzett just waits for his outside backs to get back on side. Kicks. And Taff takes it. It's going to be a 7-tackle set from the 20.
A little bit unorganised on the last tackle there. It seemed as though Pezzett, he just had a little bit too much time to think about it. The kick. A lot of people standing off him, and he just... There's a couple of metres too far.
Charlie, let it go. On the mark. Go one, Charlie. Tom, move.
Souths have gone to their bench, as we just saw, but here's Hawkins going to Thompson. Munro to dummy half. Hawkins at first receiver. Mitchell. Jackson Rahm is on the field now for the Rabbitohs. Duncan goes to Rahm. 15 away from the line. Last play here for South Sydney. Taupa. Now Taff, lovely ball. And Carr Goes in the corner. Great touch there from Blake Taff, and the Rabbitohs are in again.
Oh, that's his class. Might bring Gus in, but that's why he's on his way to the Bulldogs. Just great hands on the outside. A nice shift play by the Rabbitohs to their left-hand side. Harvey Norman replay. Plenty of bodies in motion. Nice option runners, and look at that last bit of play there by Blake Taff. Just a nice little tip on to Tom Carr. They're away to a great start, the Rabbits.
It's a real skill the fullbacks have got. The good with fullbacks have got is a sense of timing and tempo with their running. They know that the outside defence could rush at them, or they could sit back, and you're kind of watching that out of one corner of your eye and waiting for the ball to come to you. And Blake Taff did really well there. He just slowed down enough to give himself enough time to tip that ball onto his wingman for the try. He'll just slow down slightly there. He could feel the winger coming. That gave him the time and space to tip the ball on. Looks nicely again here. Yep. Got two hands to it. Didn't try to bat it on. He actually caught the ball and then passed it. So it's a real skill. It's not the first time they've run the ball on tackle 5, but the first time they've run it to the left-hand side of the field, and Blake Taff came across that side to execute the play. So they're prepared to run it on last play on both sides of the field.
Hawkins from out wide. It's coming back, but not enough.
Behind it. Behind the ball.
8-0, the Rabbitohs in front.
Well, South Sydney won the New South Wales Cup, and of course Brisbane Tigers won the Queensland Cup. They've been running this interstate grand final series for about 7 years now, and then Queensland won the first couple. New South Wales have won the last 5. But neither Brisbane, this East team, or South Sydney have been involved in any of those. So they're first timers. They can't be blamed for the record.
It was one memorable game when there's a mistake from Tallis Duncan. One memorable game when Newtown beat Burleigh in the last play of the game. There's the mistake.
Yeah, they've looked likely here, the Tigers. Just can't get the right pass at the right time, but they're slowly building into it. It's just the execution at the other end from the Rabbitohs looks a little bit more clinical.
Fuck off. Wait there. In. Tunnel. Hold. Break.
Hezit. Woods. This is usually the time of the game too for the Tigers. They see a player like Joe Chan introduced. We'll tell you about him very soon. His NRL debut in round 27 for the Melbourne Storm, son of Alex Chan. Expect to see him on the field soon for the Tigers. But right now they've got a chance to hit back. Powell. Marmazelos down low. Mitchell over the top. Cole Guy's on the field. And looking to make an instant impact. Cole Guy gets over the line. Has he got the ball down? He's confident.
Well, he threw the ball up. Cole Guy, he looks very confident. He's given the thumbs up.
It's held up all the way on 4.
And the referee's just said no try. He feels he's held up all the entire way.
Well, he's taking all the high fives. He's either scored or he's a fibber.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it.
He's good.
Oh, Coley Gaia.
There's no fibbers in the Gaia family, Gus.
I know of one.
The ball gets to the ground at any point.
I can't speak for all of them.
Well, we're having another look.
At this point here, you can see the point of the ball is in contact with the ground. We have a decision.
No, he was confident the whole way, Cole Geyer.
Come on.
He got his opportunity playing in this Tigers outfit halfway through the season. He's come on at the bench. And his first touch in this game, he scored some great points. Harvey Norman replay. Just seen an opportunity, ducked out a dummy half, threw a dummy. Actually shows great strength to get to the line and then roll over and get the point of the ball on the turf. That's a nice grand final try. Lockie?
Yeah, well, the South bench, they just said to the trainer who was running the water out, Geyer's on. So they've obviously done their homework on him and know that he runs the ball a lot, but the message obviously didn't get out there quick enough. So well done to Cole Geyer.
So he is the son of Matt Geyer, Cole Geyer. Premiership winner with the Storm, Matt Geyer. Played 5'8", 1999.
Yeah, he's assistant coach of the Titans NRLW side today.
There's the conversion. So Cole Geyer getting a try for the Tigers, just coming on the field. Currumbin Eagles Junior. I'll be proud of him watching on the Gold Coast this afternoon. Yeah, Matt, his dad, has a very big role at Currumbin.
Yeah, he's coach of the A-grade side at Currumbin, has been now for several years. Just missed out on a grand final appearance. The Currumbin Eagles A-grade side this year, finishing third.
Now Bradley, bit of room to move here for Kane Bradley. Couldn't find Jennings. Jennings goes to dummy half. Pezzett, Wood.
Last tackle, Peter. Don't spoil.
10 metres into Rabbitohs territory, playing it on the last. Pezzett puts it high. Bradley gets it, but then loses it. He is so dangerous chasing those high balls.
Play the ball. Where do you want it?
He did a good job here, Blake Taff. He got himself into position well. He knew Jonah Prezzett was down the short side there. Got himself in position, then realised that Bradley was making good ground. So didn't play at the ball, but made sure of the tackle. Right on impact. He gets a good solid hit at him, gets him on the ground, then loses the ball. So played that really well.
Mention his background, Gus. Blake Taff playing a lot in the halves and then now moving to that #1 jersey. Do you see him long term as someone in the one, or where do you see his future?
Well, I see his future in the NRL somewhere. I'm keen to see him play in the halves, but I don't pick the teams. So that'll be up to the coaches and the off-season program and see where he goes. But all his junior football, I recognised him as a half 5'8" more than anything. He's sort of become accustomed to fullback because that's where he gets his run in the NRL with the Rabbitohs. And obviously they've had Adam Reynolds and Cody Walker and those sort of players. I think he could be a 5'8", to be honest.
Good take there from Jennings. He's done really well. And a penalty taken high.
Well, I think this is
He
Gagai.
doesn't miss, mate.
Just comes in and the boys, they're getting a bit fired up.
Isaac!
It is a bit hot out there.
Isaac, get out of there. We've got it. Tristan, we've got it.
I think he made a pretty fair impact here. I'll wait to see the replay, but bang.
Ooh.
Got him as he was falling.
Yeah, we're thinking this could be 13 on 12 for a little while.
Well, he actually swung the arm. That's you're going to leave yourself a little bit open there if you're swinging the arm. Sometimes they can fall into you and there's nothing you can do about it. If you're swinging the arm, well, that can cause some problems.
Tigers do have Marion Seve on the
Yeah.
bench who could come on.
Take it, Jake. Tackle. Comes to that, you'll get the penalty.
Seve getting ready
Right, so
to
talk to him.
come on the field. Joe
Dean.
Chan, by the way, coming on. Here we go.
Jacob.
Jacob Gagai getting
Jacob,
called
you're
out
under fault for
now.
the tackle, okay, that's it. Thank you, Dean. While you're here, all right? You've got blokes running in either way, okay? You understand that if anything escalates, you'll lose one, all right? Have a chat.
So it remains 13 on 13, penalty only,
Riley.
as Jennings
No,
coming from the field. Seve, his replacement.
It's a fair replacement.
Yeah.
Seve.
I think they've fudged a bit too where the penalty was. They've walked about 10 metres downfield and fooled the ref. Last bloke I saw that do that was Cameron Smith, like he used to play for the Storm.
Jackson, no more, colours!
He was always
Never.
fudging the ref.
Never.
The ref used to ask him for advice, Gus. What are you talking about?
The referee asked for permission, didn't ask for advice.
Is this the mark, Cameron?
I remember that night the Storm played at Cronulla, and remember they had that penalty blitz. There was about 40 penalties in the game. And Cameron Smith actually got sent off. He got sent to the sin bin.
Dean, release!
And the bloke on social media said they're fair dinkum, and now they've sent the referee off.
Last tackle, Towers! Lock in, away.
Yes, memorable night that one, Shark Park.
Is that your only ever sin bin,
Range over
Cameron?
there, leave it,
No, it was
Tristan.
actually one a little bit later in that season, Gus. Semi-final, I think it was. Reed Marnie got me. Your man, Reed Marnie.
Did he?
Yeah.
But he baited you.
Yeah, he baited me. He got
What'd you
me.
do to him?
Oh, I just tried to. He was hanging on to me. I kicked the football downfield, and he wouldn't let go of my jersey, and I tried to get him off.
Oh, was that slap?
Tristan, no more.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing. You should not have been
For
sin
me
bin.
or the decision.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a weak slap. Yeah, you shouldn't have been sent off for that.
Yep, they're my two.
Baha, Riley! Lock in. Hold. No, hold.
Duncan, lovely inside ball. And losing his footing there was Ram. Couldn't find the support coming through on his inside. Taupa, Taff kicks this time, and Taj Wood, very patient, sees it goes dead.
Yeah, he played it cool there, didn't he?
Rock, get out of
How
there.
many sin
Lock
bins
in
for you,
here.
Gus?
Hold. No,
I only ever had one sin bin. Was Bill Harrigan, and he sent me off when I was a coach.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So he didn't like me, Bill. Second time was mistaken identity, but he didn't care.
Ethan, see the group. Lock in here. That's you. No, to Ethan.
Guy up. Picks up 7 or 8 metres. Wood goes to dummy half. Has it. Seve. Wrapped up, 12 away from the line. Rafter to Pezzett. Here's Leslie, Bennett Leslie. You can't miss him or his beard.
Yeah, Tullis Duncan got a knock to the head there, I think. He's a little bit rattled. He didn't go down, but he's quite stunned behind play there.
How's it making you feel, Cam, seeing someone like Joe Chan out in the field, son of your former teammate, Alex Chan? You would have seen him at Melbourne Storm training as a little fella running around.
Yeah, no, feeling a little bit old watching Joey run around now.
Charlie, see the group. Hold.
Remember him as a very young boy running around the training fields of the Melbourne Storm.
Release. Square. Hold.
It's great to see him now playing some top flight rugby league.
Alex in France now, is he at Catalan? Yeah.
Hawkins with a kick. Lehman has it covered. And he's tackled. Oh, big, strong tackle from Gardner. What a hit. Marley, you got breaking news for us.
Yes, we saw George Jennings come off a little earlier after that high tackle, and he has been diagnosed with a Category 2 head injury assessment. He'll have 15 minutes to pass this one. That unfortunately will see this first half run out, but if he passes, we'll see him in the second.
Thank you, Marley. The challenge coming here from the Tigers.
Captain challenge. East Tigers are challenging the decision of a knock-on and tackle 2.
Do they have challenges in reserve grade? They don't They don't have it during the normal season. He's just lost that.
I got to go with the rivals today. I like to stand here.
Solomona Fatape is the Tigers player.
There's no intent to strip from any of the players from South. It's a loose carry from East. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful.
Tigers lose their challenge.
Yeah, it's strange that they would have challenges in the grand final, and I'm pretty sure there's no challenges in the normal season play.
Right, let's form it up.
On the Host Plus Cup grand final and through the final series, there was the use of a video referee.
Hold head in. Touch. Wait for it. In. Come on.
Rabbitohs, big opportunity now for them to extend their advantage, leading by 2. In these conditions, for all our games today, the minutes leading into half-time are vital. Gardner, 6 away from the line. Marmazelos to Hawkins. Now Gagai getting up and playing it, 8 away from the line. Ram. Jackson Ram. Marmazelos through their hands. Hawkins, that's lovely from Taft to Munro, but the Tigers didn't panic.
Let him go, play it.
And they've got it here.
Yeah, again, running it on last tackle, but the defence there from the Tigers was really good right throughout that set of 6.
Seve. Outside his own 20. Plays the ball to Gaia. Now Bradley.
Last tackle, Jackson.
Ram in the tackle. Last play. Kicking from well inside the 40. And it's a shot at a 40-20. That is a great kick and just misses it. Munro did well. Probably one of the only players in the field that could have got back there in time. Put the skates on to get there.
That was a smart play by Munro. He got the ball late, and he just changed his angle. He's seen Munro still up quite shallow on the end of the defensive line. He just missed that. Just needed one more bounce. Munro did a fantastic job to get back and bat the ball back into play.
Marmazelos. Now South Sydney. Through Thompson, 10 into Tigers territory. High kick from Hawkins. Wood is underneath it. Takes it awkwardly, but did well in the end.
Well, he caught it and then gave it the scissor kick.
That's the high jump technique you learn in primary school, isn't it?
Yeah, the scissor.
The scissor kick.
Not the Frosby flop.
Then landed right in the middle of his own back.
Yeah.
Hulu with an offload. Gaia off the back of it.
They're getting a few offloads now, the Tigers. Just breaking up their South Sydney defensive line a little. Another one.
Asking plenty of questions. Chan playing it. Pezzett kicking. Guess who for? It's for Bradley. And Taff is there. Takes it well, and Bradley takes him.
Yeah, they've really warmed into this, the Tigers. Game very evenly poised as we get towards the halftime break. They have had the advantage of a strong breeze. Darren Lockyer, is it still as strong as when we started?
Oh, it comes and goes, Gus, but that was a great set from the Tigers. They're under all sorts of pressure. You can just see the fatigue starting to set in. You see the Rabbitohs here now, they're all bunched up. You just feel like this game's going to open up very shortly, right on the stroke of half-time. Whoever gets the points going into half-time will be big.
Shannon Gardner playing the ball for the Rabbitohs. They go down a blind side. Hawkins kicking from inside the 40. Lost his footing there. Is about to take that one. Tars Wood. And passing to Bradley. Marion Seve.
Well, they need to, this is great field position for the Tigers. They need to start shifting the football. Only 6 minutes remaining. Rather than hitting it up, they're going to look to spread the ball, shift the defence around.
Chan. He loses it. Yeah.
Where do you want it?
When you get that feeling in the game, Cameron, you feel now's the time to open up a little bit. Who's really responsible for it? Your chief playmaker, your halfback, or?
Yeah, chief playmakers. That's where you got to quickly get the eyes of your halfback, your 5'8", as a dummy half as well. Just those quick little indications to each other. Blake Taffy's just having a head injury assessment with his trainer, but when you get a good kick return like the Tigers did just in that previous set, and you're playing the ball on tackle one around halfway, that's when it's green light to attack.
All right, let's go. Bring it in. Yeah.
Matt Church, coach of the Tigers. And Jamie Feeney, their former Storm player, former Bulldog, doing great work as a defensive coach for the Tigers, one of Matt's assistants. Gillaroos assistant coach too for a long time, Jamie Feeney.
Oh! Come on, break!
Good run.
There'll be a penalty here for a crusher tackle.
That was a good run. Really dug into the line.
Thank you.
All right, now the momentum shifts a little bit now. Might be time for South Sydney to open up. Although the Tigers' defence has been good.
5 minutes before half-time. Thompson.
Another good run. He's a big, strong boy.
He's had some great involvements in the last 10 minutes or so. As Isaac Thompson, they're 20 metres away. The set restart here as Jackson Rahm tackled 12 away from the line. Mamazalos to Hawkins. Now Tiapa goes to Thompson. Bradley tackled him. He thought about that offload around the corner for Taff, but elected to take the tackle early in the count. Gray. That's Brock Gray. Quick play the ball as well. Mamazalos tried to catch the napping guy. Was there at marker. Makes the tackle. They're a metre away. Taff. Now Rahm on the last. Blake Taff. Rubbers for the in-goal area. Bradley only just batted dead. It's a dropout.
Yeah, he may have had time just to allow one more roll of that football, but he chose the safer option. Great play again by Blake Taff. He's been everywhere today, taking high bombs, defensively strong, last line of defence for the Rabbits, and coming up with nice touches in attacking positions.
10 seconds, Jonah. Behind
Here
it.
in the New South Wales Cup Grand Final, he created a try with a kick last week into the end goal. Here's the short drop out again. That's going nowhere near. That one nearly missed the planet.
Do they keep the pressure on here? Leading by 2.
Yeah, I think it's a great time.
Yeah, tapping and going. Ram, 1.5 meters away from the line. They cut out Gray. Here's Gardner. Looks lively. Gardner. Marzella, short ball to Gray. He stopped. Part of his body got over the line. Oh, juggle. And Pulu eventually makes the tackle. Marmazelos. Gardner short to Gray again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. The Tigers were there. Last play for the Rabbitohs. Taff. Now Gagai to Munro. Got there. He got it down. Plenty of traffic around him, and that is a beauty right on half-time for the Rabbitohs.
Oh, couldn't have come at a better time, Salty. Right before the half-time break, the Rabbitohs, again, down this right-hand side where they've had plenty of opportunities today. Here's on the Harvey Norman replay. Jonah Pezzett went for the short dropout. He got that terribly wrong. And do you see there the ability to get the ball away after Riley Jack's come up hard out of the line? He created that space on the outside for Tyrone Munro. He still had plenty of work to do here. You see the covering defence of the Tigers. He gets down low, stretches out. He's got a great reach. Nice try by the Rabbits.
Well, Tyrone Munro started the year in SG Ball, which is our under-18s representative football up here. He got an injury halfway through that season, a hamstring injury. He made his debut halfway through this year for the Rabbitohs during the origin period when there was a few people out, but he's a real talent. First saw him at Redfern Oval playing SG Ball, and he was a class above that grade. And no surprise that he's found his way into the NRL team this year, and multi-try scorer for the Rabbitohs New South Wales Cup team. Quite a talent. Probably a fullback, but like most young fullbacks, they get their first start on the wing. This will be a difficult kick. He hit the upright from this position earlier in the game with that strong breeze coming right to left on him. This will be a good one for an 8-point lead if he can get it.
And does it hold its line? No, it doesn't.
Away. Time off. Behind it. Come on.
What a talent Tyrone Munro is. He's got 2 tries in the first half. And it's a 6-point lead for the Rabbitohs. Knowing the way a couple of these Rabbitohs players go about their football, I don't think they're just going to tuck it under the wing here in the last couple of plays of the half. Do they try to put something on? Taff. Tackled by Mavea Pulu over the top. Solomona Fatape underneath. Gardner. Wrapped up on the last, and that is half-time in the State Cup final. We've got a really good game on our hands at the break. It is the Rabbitohs with a 6-point lead. South Sydney 12, leading the Tigers 6.
Is Darren Lockyer still down there? Have we still got a breeze here?
Yeah, you can see it there on the hair and on the beard. and the flags in the background. There's still a breeze. It's actually picked up right now. So
That's nicely timing from the boys in the truck.
Yeah.
Show us how the wind's blowing.
That's how Darren got some of his hair back. He took it off Bennett Leslie.
straight off his beard.
They found someone with a lion's mane.
It's almost like the windsock down at Wollongong.
Second half underway. Will it be glory, glory to South Sydney or hail the mighty Tigers? Game in the balance. The second half. The Tigers nearly losing that on tackle one. Chan with a nice fend as he hit the line.
He runs hard.
Just talking to Melbourne Storm football manager and Frank Panisi, said that Joe Chan at training just gets in front of the likes of Nelson Asopa Solomona and Christian Welsh and says, run at me. Doesn't mind running at them either. Training camp.
So he's low on brains then. He's not the smartest.
Munro tackled. From what we learned in the first half, Cam trained with the referees on a Tuesday night. Rabbitohs working their way out of their own half. There was an opportunity down the short side there. But Mamazello selected to take the tackle. Gardner goes short to Rahm. Hawkins kicks for Wood. Shield his eyes from the sun. Takes that one comfortably. Marley, breaking news.
Yes, unfortunate news for the Tigers. We saw George Jennings come off in the first half with a Category 2 HIA. He's unfortunately failed that one, meaning his season has come to an end early and he will not be returning for this match.
Thank you, Marley. Fortunate that the Tigers had this man on the bench in Marion Seve. Now Guy up.
Marion played plenty of NRL at the back part of the season. You've got to call up some weeks before the finals.
Two try scorer from the first half. Munro playing the ball for the Rabbitohs.
Brisbane Tigers had a fortnight break leading into this game. Their domestic grand final was some time ago. Rabbitohs played last Sunday in their grand final against the North Sydney Bears. Yeah, it's a bit of obstruction.
Runs at the outside. He still runs at the outside. He runs at the outside shoulder and denies him the opportunity.
If you were coaching either of these sides, Gus, what would be your preference? Would it be grand final last weekend straight into this match, or would it be the week off?
I would like the week off. I think the week off is always an advantage. Particularly, I'd imagine there's a fair bit of celebrating going on after the grand final. So, and that could tell for either side here in the closing stages in this heat. I'd imagine South Sydney celebrated last weekend, so would have had a shortened preparation. From what I understand, Brisbane Tigers had their celebration and then were able to knuckle down to training this week. I always thought a week off at this time of year was a big advantage, no matter who you were playing, where and when.
You do that, Bennett. Push up, Brock. Play it. Go, two. Just play it, Bennett. Shannon, don't worry.
Tigers 28 away.
Go, three.
Couple of tackles left in this set. Now Jack short ball to Pulu. Lavea Pulu winding up. Taff with a good tackle. Oh, no one's there at dummy half. Guy got there just in time, but they've wasted a tackle. Pulu on the last, tries his luck and gets there. From out of dummy half. Well, it was a mess leading up to it, but the Tigers have grabbed their second.
Lucky coming in to tackle 6. Have no try. Just confirm
Well, have
he's
they?
short, then into held up.
Well, he's gone no try. It must have been a linesman's call because the referee looked fairly convinced. So he got close the first time, then jumps out a dummy half, comes down before the line. Well, the answer's a pineapple.
Originally grounded short. We then lose sight of it. Just need to make sure it doesn't get to the line at any point.
His arms under the ball, you're not going to be able to tell.
Good luck.
Well, he won't be able to
originally grounded short
overrule a
and then
referee.
is held up. We have a decision.
Thanks, Bucky.
So no try, and to compound the issue for Rabbitohs, he's done himself an injury here, and he's coming from the field. It's like a lower leg injury.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Just wait. Time's not on yet.
Well, this was the lead-up play. Pulu comes in. He does a fantastic job. He almost gets there in the previous run.
No, go, one. Bennett, move! All the way, Charlie, square up. Go, two. Bennett,
Just mentioning the North Sydney Bears earlier. James Bracey's in tears again in the back of the commentary box. Says thank you very much for bringing it up.
He hasn't recovered.
He hasn't.
North Sydney Bears led to the last 3 minutes last week and snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Last tackle, Cole. All the way. Cole.
Which is pretty much their history.
They peaked early, didn't they? This kick landing in no man's land, and they've knocked it on. The Tigers have got it through Wood. Swerving run from Taj Wood, gets it up to the 30.
All the way. Here, Jackson. Hold. Hold. No, 0.
Bradley. A couple of South Sydney players collided there. Skelton and Gardner. No harm done. Seve gets into Rabbitohs territory by a metre. Oh, Murray to Grant. He did well there, Grant. Now he's doing really well to make some yardage.
Brock, get off the arm here. On the mark. Go, 3. Brock.
Pezzett. Oh, that looked forward to Leslie, and they found that one.
Yeah, he just pulled up on his run there, Jonah Pezzett.
Where do you want it?
Stopped it. All of his momentum and the ball come out of their hands. I reckon it was about half a metre forward in the end. Nice play. I like the thinking. Just testing the Rabbitohs defence back on the inside towards the play the ball.
NRLW Grand Final coming up very soon, and here's the Knights arriving, and Ruan is with Hannah Southwell.
Hey, well, Hannah, a bit of a different lead-up for you this year than it was this time last year. How are you feeling it and how you've loved it?
Yeah, it is a little bit different, obviously, but I'm very excited, and I think we prepped really well, and I just can't wait to get out there.
And I understand that Chief Harrigan spoke to you guys before you left Newcastle. What were his parting words?
Yeah, he did. He's an unreal legend of the game and of Newcastle as well, and he just had a few little things to say. I won't give away too much, but it definitely got us fired up, and we'll take that into today's game.
How much do you want it?
Pretty badly.
Get out there. Can't wait to watch you play.
Thanks, Drew. See ya.
Come on, break!
Thank you, Ruan, with Hannah Southwell. What a grand final that's going to be. The NRLW Grand Final. Knights v Titans. Coming up this afternoon.
Darren Lockyer, has it got any cooler down there?
In the shade, it's cool, Gus, but if out in that sun there, we were in the sun early in the game, and it'd take its toll on these players, particularly if you're running into the sun.
Here goes Munro into the open, kicks in fields, and it goes way too deep.
Well, it was the right idea, just didn't get the execution right, Munro. He had Blake Taff in field. He was pointing forward saying, put it out there in front of me. I think he was looking for the grubber. But Wood, he cut the angle off for that grubber kick, which he had to go over the top, just got it wrong.
Yeah, it's hard to run and control your kick, particularly when you've got a big breeze at your back too. It was a nice ball from Blake Taft to put him away, and he was back in support on the inside, but he would have had to kick to find him.
Through the hands they go. Fatape.
Jacob out of there, Tyrone. Square.
Wrapped up. Guy, they go down a blind side. Oh, Guy, hang on, there's another interesting kick. Seen some unusual kicks today.
Bennett, stand up, lock in, hold.
Taft tackled by Leslie.
Yeah, footballers can surprise you sometimes. They come up with some weird things.
Charlie, Bennett. Go one. Marion, give space.
So you're saying, Gus, you haven't seen it all yet?
Oh, no, nothing surprises me. On and off the field.
Cole, need you here.
Pretty much seen it all.
Go, 3, Joe.
South on the front foot. Gagai wrapped up. Jackson the tackle for the Tigers. Taft goes to dummy half. It's the last. Now it's the last. It was a 7 tackle set. So last play now for the Rabbitohs. They kick to the goal. They're in there. What a take in traffic. Terrific try. Ethan O'Neill, the try scorer for the Rabbitohs. They extend their lead.
Yeah, a lovely play on the last. The Rabbitohs, they chose to go down this shorter side of the field. A nice little dinky behind the line. Harvey Norman replay. Just a nice little jink at the line. And then they just caught Taj Wood. He was defending a couple of metres inside his in goal. Really hard to stop tries when the fullback's positioned in the in goal. You need to be coming forward along, pretty much your line needs to be along the goal line. And O'Neill, he wanted that ball more.
It was a clever little kick because in today's game, coaches get their defenders to play at the ball with their legs, what they call trap the ball. And you've got to be able to get it over the top of those legs sometimes. And it was really well done there by Dean Hawkins. Kick it over the outstretched leg of the defender. Just watch here as the fella throws his leg out. He kicks it over. He doesn't kick it along the ground. And that got a good bounce for him. Darren Lockyer.
He straightens his run too, which makes the fullback balk, and that opens a little bit of the space that was needed for the try to be scored. Now, it's now 4 tries to 1 with the Rabbits, but they haven't kicked a conversion. As you see the coaching staff clap that play, but they'd like to be going up in 6s, the Rabbits.
Well, he's actually hit all his kicks pretty well, but just fooled a little bit by the breeze, or aiming a little bit too much because of the breeze. The breeze will be blowing left to right here. In the breeze, kick with ease.
There you go. That's a beauty.
Stay behind. Find it. Come on.
South Sydney with the first points of the second half through Ethan O'Neill. Son of Julian O'Neill, and premierships with Brisbane in 1992 and 93. Marley, you got breaking news for us?
Yes, and this news may rub salt in the wound for the Tigers as Leavaha Pulu has been ruled out for this match. We saw him come off after his disallowed try with a lower leg injury. It was a calf strain which he brought into this match that is unfortunately turned into a tear.
Cole, get off the arm and square.
That's bad luck for Pulu. As I mentioned, 3 premierships in a row for him. South, oh, they're loving it down here on this right side. Oh, Mamazelos couldn't find Taft, but he found Taupua, but he's held up, is he? Or he's over the line. That's a try. They have gone back-to-back. Brilliant work in the lead-up for the Rabbitohs. Almost made a mess of it, but in the end, they get the try.
Almost made a mess of it. They made a mess of it twice. They zigged when they should have zagged. They zagged when they should have zigged. Harvey Norman replay. Watch this. He'll go through the line. Man in support. No, I'll dummy it. Then he gets the offload. He's just got to score now. Go over and score. No, I'll go back against these two and try and muss them away into the in goal. Everyone went the wrong way. No one threw the pass when it should have been on, but somehow they've got across the line. That's a telling try.
Yeah, it was great work into the lead up to that initial line break as well. Just playing direct, playing straight. The Tigers' defence, they didn't really have any chance to create any sort of line speed. And in those situations, it's hard to stop those hard-running ball players bursting through the line. And they're on a roll at the moment, the Rabbits.
Dion Taupua with the try. They've gone back-to-back, 2 tries in 3 minutes. The Rabbitohs taking control. And finally, for Dean Hawkins, he gets an easy shot at converting a try. So 24-6, the Rabbitohs leading the Tigers. Hasn't he been lively off the bench? Shannon Gardner.
Stand, Marion, hold. Hold square, hold.
Up there by
hold.
Chan and Seve.
Tristan, give room. Square, Cole. Bennett, wait. Go.
Here he is again, Gardner.
Jordan, no more.
Tackle 12 short of halfway.
Hold. Go, 3.
Now they reach the halfway line. The Rabbitohs.
Hold. Square. Go. 4.
There's the try scorer. Taupua.
Last tackle, Bennett. Don't spoil. Straighten up, Jordan. Hold.
Last
Go.
play.
Not late.
Mamazelos goes to Hawkins. Puts it high. Oh. Gets a fortunate bounce, Wood, after there was an air swing in the lead-up.
Cameron are coaching 3 p.m. on grand final day. The 2 teams that are playing later tonight, what are they doing around this time of day?
Oh, I think they'll be resting. Some of the boys might be tuning into this match, actually. Just getting a little bit of a look at the conditions and what's happening out in the field. But all in all, I think most players will be resting up, Gus.
Did you have a sleep in the afternoons, or did you go for a walk? Or
no, I couldn't really sleep. I was pretty relaxed. I didn't have a set routine. I just whatever I felt. If I felt like having a lie down, if I felt like going for a walk, I'd really do that. I wasn't locked into any set routine. And we got a big game coming up next, Salty.
We do. The NRLW Grand Final coming up next. Titans warming up in the sheds ahead of their clash with the Knights. Gold Coast, well, they just gave nothing away against the Roosters last week. Defence has got them here. It's the attack of that player on screen, Avania Politi, could hold the key this afternoon.
And Cameron, grand final day, 7:30 game at night. When was your last meal and what did you eat before a game?
Well, that's the one set thing I had on game day. I used to love eating spaghetti bolognese. As the Rabbits go away down the right side.
Yeah, and it goes to Munro. They're in. That's a great try. What about the Gene Miles pass from Rahm in the lead-up? And Munro's in again.
It's been their edge all day, the right side. They've just been relentless coming down this edge. Harvey Norman replay. Lovely position to attack from. It was a nice hit up through the middle of the field. Breaking tackles, lovely offload. And second phase play. This is the way to go. A couple of passes. You're always going to find some space somewhere. And it's a smart job to finish off. Nice draw and pass, and Munro goes across for another one. Lockie.
Yeah, well, the offload, he drew in 5 defenders. And you're going to find space. Nice little pass there. And you can just see the Tigers are starting to fatigue in the middle, and that's making the edges of their defence look really fragile. And they've been really good on that edge, the Rabbits. And Munro, he gets another one. And, yeah, the Tigers, they need something big in the next 5 minutes. The momentum is all with the Rabbitohs.
Tyrone Munro with a hat-trick in the state championship on NRL Grand Final day. That's beautiful lead-up work. Potent down this right edge, the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Jacob Gagai and Tyrone Munro having a field day. Hawkins.
He set this one up. Is he going to go left post and fade it back in again?
You're the expert.
Yeah, I think he will. Oh, held its line.
Yeah, converted. The Souths extending their advantage. Now it all comes down to this, the NRL Grand Final between the Panthers and the Broncos. Exclusive, live and free right here on 9. It's going to be a grand final for the ages. Don't miss all the action and the build-up from 6:30 straight after the news. That is daylight saving time, an hour early for those watching in Queensland. Penrith v Brisbane. Top 2 teams all year in the NRL doing battle. Oh, what a take that is from Bradley.
Let him go.
Still 22 minutes to go, plenty of time. The game's starting to get away from the Brisbane Tigers. Need a try now just for their own confidence.
Mears goes to Powell. And Tristan Powell tackled 10 away from the line. Geyer. Pezzett. Shows it out in front. Goes to Jacks. Oh, what a good tackle. That was coming in and making it was Gagai. Last play. Kick from Guy. Oh, it was there, but he couldn't reel it in, Jonah Pezzett.
He threaded the needle with the kick. I think it's sat up okay too. He might be hurt here, Jonah, is he? Or just disappointed?
Got players with him.
Open the gate. It's there.
Yeah, thank you. Come on. Good. Here I come.
Well, they've come close a couple of times in this second half.
Release.
Yeah, they just needed that one there, just for to get their mindset a little bit better.
Jack, Jordan now. Come on,
It's a hard place to be when you emotionally lose touch with the result, particularly at this stage of the season.
Cole, Tristan, head out. Lock in. Cole, play it.
Some of the offloads the Rabbitohs are producing outstanding.
Out of there, Jack. Lock in. Go. 3. Good now, Cole.
Tiapa, Hawkins, now Gagai. Riley Jacks hangs on down low. O'Neill to Hawkins. Now Mamazalos with a kick into the in-goal area. And Bradley
I
sees
agree.
it.
No. Goal line. He
Goes
touches
dead.
that.
No, he touched it. He touched it, so it'll be a dropout.
They'll review it.
Pretty sure he touched it before it landed. on the ground in goal area.
Box
So
on.
the NRLW Grand Final, the Titans have won the toss and will kick left to right. The Knights will kick off.
Still goal line,
There's
stage,
the
guys.
toss.
Behind it.
Belinda Sharp, the referee.
Yeah, 20. It's not quick. It's not
There was
quick.
no touch, so they bring it out to the 20.
Wait, it's not quick. Kane, wait.
So the Titans will start with the breeze in their favour.
Yeah, their defensive effort last week against the Roosters was terrific.
Wait. Go,
Probably one of the best defensive performances I've seen in the women's game.
Tallis, clear.
And they'll have to be good to contain the Knights today, who are very dangerous with the ball in hand.
Leonard, move. All the way. Oh, go.
Dalian medal winner Tamika Ruffin at fullback. Fatape
Jackson,
wrapped
get
up.
Oh,
Geyer, Jacks, Woods. Gagai and Munro in the tackle.
Peter, no.
Jacks to Pezzett. Straight running Powell. Rahm, one of the defenders there for the Rabbitohs, been strong off the bench in the state championship. On the bounce, Mears. 6 more here, that was played at. Keeping it alive, Mears to Wood. Taj Wood for the line, he's tackled a couple of metres short. Another set restart, and running onto that one, and almost getting there. The Tigers just short. Howell will play it. Grant. Jordan Grant wrapped up. Rahman, Duncan in the tackle. Playing without his headgear, Tallis Duncan. Now Geyer out of dummy half. That'll be a penalty.
No, you're not square. You
Marker not square.
Jordan Grant. Cameron, did you have much to do with him at the Storm?
He was another player that came to the club
Hey, Taye.
just as I was finishing up. So, but look, he's a good size. He plays big minutes. Got a great motor for a big man. Lovely skills as well.
He's toiled away here okay today in hot conditions.
9 Now is your home for exclusive live and free NRLW content on Grand Final Day. Stream dedicated player cams, including NRLW Dally M Player of the Year Tamika Upton and Olympic gold medalist from the Titans, their fullback Ivania Politi. You can also stream Spider Cam and the coaches' boxes. Head to 9now.com.au and stream live and free.
Hold, go one.
Pezzett. Jacks. Short ball, and it's a very good one, and the Tigers are in. So they've got one back here, the Tigers, through rafter.
Yeah, they constructed that one nicely. Almost like a set piece. So they had the penalty, they took one in, and away they went down their left-hand side. Harvey Norman replay. Just look at the work here from the two halves. First of all, Jonah Pezzett, nice and square, deep into the line. Then Riley Jacks the same. And just a lovely ball at the line. Nice soft hands for Thomas Rafter. Let's watch here. Pezzett has a look at the defensive line, straightens his run. Square, deep into the line. Nice pass. Same for Jacks, holds up the defence. And that's a nicely timed run there by Rafter.
It was just a nice little double pump. Jacob Gagai, the number 4 there for South Sydney, worries about what might happen. And Riley Jacks just played with him a little bit at the line. Darren Lockyer.
Down to you, Lockie.
Yeah, we just saw the replay there. They took the quick kick. They want to get on with it. Well, they need to, the Tigers. This will bring some energy to their football. I do think they need to find some more inside pass. That play worked then. They've been really clinical down that left edge. And finally, they break through. But I just think the fatigue factor, you need some inside balls down through the middle of the field for the Tigers.
Well, still 16 and a half minutes to go If they could get another try, that would get South Sydney looking in the rear vision mirror. That can change their psychology a little bit. So, next try here will be very, very important. Oh.
Another opportunity there for the receiving team to stand on the dead ball line and probably get a penalty on the halfway line.
They take a lot of learning, footballers. You can tell them for years and years and years.
Tigers with a spring in their step all of a sudden. Bradley playing it. Geyer beats one. Goes to Mears. Now Chan standing out wide. What a set after points. Pezzett. Now that's 6 more here. No, it's not played at. Chan flicks it out. Seve keeps it alive. Pezzett. Seve wasn't watching, still took the ball. Mears with a grubber kick. And Munro's there for South Sydney.
Yeah, there was a lot of tiredness in defence there from South Sydney in that set, and they're full of running, the Tigers. As we said, they've had a fortnight's break leading into this game. South Sydney played last weekend and probably had 3 or 4 days of celebration. Maybe that's telling. Look, they're standing still, South Sydney here. They got to a good lead a long way from home, and Tigers haven't given up.
Charge. That was from Shaq Mitchell. Mazalos wrapped up on the last. They'll be kicking from inside their own half. Well, no, they're not, because they're going to run it here. And they've got an opportunity through Gagai. Munro down the touchline. The pass was forward.
Forward pass.
Yeah, it's just half a metre forward. It was almost like Munro was running beside him. I don't know why wingers do this, Gus.
They're funny people, footballers.
Yeah, it's just floated forward by a small margin. But they read that play beautifully, the Rabbitohs. The Tigers, they had 2 and 3 defenders out of play from that previous carry from Shaq Mitchell. He cleaned up a couple.
Now join us as Australia's most exciting sport is unleashed on the sports and entertainment capital. Rugby League unleashed in Vegas. Head to nrl.com/Vegas to get your tickets. As for Paul Vorton watching at home, you have to work on grand final day to be a chance of going to Vegas.
They're walking South Sydney here. Honestly, Tigers are just tearing through them.
Jacks to Wood, Rafter, flicks it out the back. Wood's got time to get on that one.
Let's go, guys. Let's go, bro.
Look at this.
Tackle, Shark, get now.
Last play. Do they go to the target man in Bradley? No, grab a kick. And he got there, Blake Taff. Did well, actually.
That's a brilliant take.
Hold. Go, one.
He was pushing up in defence through that whole set and then was there for the grubber kick on his line.
Thomas, off the arm. Cole here. Tristan. Go, 2.
Very bunched, the Rabbitohs. Look at them. You throw a handkerchief over them. They've all got hands on hips.
Right. Square, Joe.
Not a lot of energy.
Hold. Go, 3. Roll out of there. Time.
That was really
Away. Hold. Go.
a couple of good, really good set of 6 from the Tigers. And now all of a sudden, South, who've been
on the mark,
making light work of coming out of their own
tackle,
ends,
you take him out.
struggling at the moment.
Go.
Well, if they could just score in the next 3 or 4 minutes, it's game on.
Side.
That's a good kick.
Delete your 10.
Needs a good chase.
Front 10 all.
Line's a bit ragged.
Jacob, no more. Straighten up, Matt, here.
Max Lehman,
Hold, go, 1.
born in San Francisco, was Lehman.
Help!
Scored a telling intercept try in the grand final against the Burleigh Bears. Bradley Put on his back.
Tell us. I'll tell us.
He's born in San Francisco. Taj Wood's born in Adelaide. Come from far and wide to beat the Brisbane Tigers. George Jennings was born at Blacktown. Jonah Pezzett was born at Gosford.
Pezzett to Fatape. Now Charlie Murray. There's a run.
Cole Guy was born at Fitzroy, Victoria.
And an offload. Fatape back to Mears. Mears doesn't find Murray. He finds Mitchell. And he stays in the field of play. Shaq Mitchell, well done.
I like Shaq Mitchell as a player. He's 100% all in.
Jordan, give room.
Tristan Tower was born at Harvey Bay. Lavalo Kulu was born in Auckland. Charlie Murray was born in Narromine. Benalezi was born in Umina. You got any Brisbane players in this team? Jack Natapu was born in Melbourne, Victoria.
Yeah, I think you might find Riley Jacks as a Brisbane boy.
Marion, release it.
The Tigers junior.
They've got him from far and wide. It's not a Queenslander in the group.
First, and then you have no control. You ball plant first.
That was all off the top of the head from Gus then too, by the way, folks, watching at home. NRLW Grand Final coming up. The Knights, the minor premiers, looking to go back-to-back. Here they are, warming up, getting ready to take on the Titans. Quality players right across their lineup. It will be a terrific edition of the NRLW Grand Final.
Yeah, well, this one's not over yet. I know there's only 10 minutes to go. If they could score here, the Tigers, and convert it, we're only 12 the difference. Anything can happen. South Sydney need a good defensive set.
Seve wrapped up by Gordon. Guy goes into dummy half. Mears. Jack Mears. Nice little flick pass to Fatape. Now Lehman keeps it alive. Fatape, he stays in the field of play. Woods. Now Powell getting a short ball from Jacks. 11 metres away. South Sydney defence holding firm.
They've got to shift to their far right.
Jacks, Pezzett, and an intercept. They've got it here through Carr, who's going to run away the length of the fields. And South Sydney score a try against a run of play, and it's a try that'll go a long way to sealing this state championship. Joe Callahan's happy. The Rabbitohs are celebrating.
Yeah. They had the chance their arm. Just have a look at that defence. They were stretched, the Rabbitohs. They only had 3 defenders from the far post. And it was just a poor execution in pass. And the Rabbitohs were able to jump on a loose ball. Had a fair way to travel, did Tom Carr, but he got there in the end. It's been a strong performance by the Rabbitohs all day. They've had a fantastic second half of football. They're going to take this one out.
Yeah, Tom Carr, he's always been a good performer at this level of football. He hasn't had an NRL debut. He's 28 years of age, but the ball just fell nice for him there. They had their chance, the Tigers. That was the play. Pass misdirected. Tom Carr swoops on it, runs the length, and that'll be that. The Rabbitohs will win the state championships after having won the New South Wales Cup Grand Final. They win the state championship final. And that's a good year for the Rabbitoh. Actually streaked away from them here. What's the furthest you ran for a try, Cameron?
I think I backed up Billy Slater about 60 metres for a pass where I had to run 3.
Did he stop and wait for you?
He actually had to slow up in the end, yeah.
He had a cup of tea.
Yeah, no. The hare and the tortoise.
He had to run around 3 blokes, Fended 2 off. Goose stepped a few.
Tries converted.
And then he passed.
Congratulations to our RLPA Players Champion, announced earlier today in the Footy Show, Sean Johnson and Tegan Berry. Terrific campaigns in the NRL and NRLW. Well done to Sean Johnson, and look at Tegan Berry. Seeing her in full flight. Scored 4 tries that day.
Yeah, that day, yeah, fantastic. The Titans won that game, but Tegan scored 4. She's had a fantastic season.
Munro playing it for the Rabbitohs.
Keep pushing, boys. Keep pushing.
Now Sydney fans salivating by what they've seen from him this afternoon.
Yeah, they've done well, this South Sydney side. I mean, the earlier part of the season, or the New South Wales Cup, can be very up and down during the year, depending on what NRLs are playing, bringing young fellas in to blood them as part of their development. But as the season settled down, South Sydney, I think this must be about their 10th or 11th win in a row.
And they're opening up the Tigers again here.
Big winning streak at the back end of the year. It's going to get them 2 titles.
Last play. Mamazelos to Duncan. On the bounce. Blake Taff kicking for Munro. Why wouldn't you? He's there. Munro with the try for the Rabbitohs. He's in again. Or did he get it down? You're saying no.
Yeah, nicely placed little kick. I think the Tigers might have knocked this dead. He's certainly not celebrating.
Cleared South kick chases on side.
Goes close.
It's a lot closer than he
Need to see if
thinks.
there's any grounding here from South.
Ooh.
It's very close.
On-field referee has said no try.
Is the forearm always on the ball here?
There's no grounding from South. It hits the forearm and he fails to control it to the ground. We have a decision.
Computer says no.
Tigers will bring it out to the 20.
Come on.
Oh, he's an excitement machine. Tyrone Munro.
Yeah, he's going to score plenty throughout his career, isn't he?
18 years of age, born in Moree, and the Tigers have made a mistake here.
Don't stand up.
Well, on the left wing for South Sydney, they've got the try-scoring leader, Alex Johnson, who could well break a long-standing record over the next few seasons. Ken Irvine's long-standing record of the most number of tries in first-grade football. I expect Alex to break it in the next 2 or 3 seasons at least, and then as he gets towards the end of his career, you've got this other fella, Munro, just starting out with his.
It's a carbon copy down there,
Can find the line too, Gus. He's only had 3 NRL games, but he scored 3 tries in those 3 games. Pretty good strike rate.
Break.
The Rabbitohs hungry for more points. 12 away from the line. Mamazelos to Mitchell. Shaq Mitchell. Some really good involvements in this half. Here's Yleen Gordon. Trying to burrow his way to the line. The veteran. Will play it eventually. O'Neill, flick pass to Mitchell. He throws it out the back, and they are going to go in again. It is party time for the Bunnies.
He's a good player, Shaq Mitchell. He's worked really hard on his body over the last couple of years, and he does some good things in games. He's a class above cup level or state cup level, I believe. He's really starting to find his feet in the NRL game, and look how calmly he does this. It's a lovely stand in the tackle. He'd already hit one up earlier. He's able to stand in the tackle here, ball around the corner. Good skill, good strength. The Rabbitohs are racing away now.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Shaq Mitchell. And Jonah Pezzett just on that right-hand side. He's seen an opportunity to come out and make a play and intercept, but he left the spaces. It'll show it beautifully as the ball comes back through Shaq Mitchell. Just sat there, he opens up the space. Lockie.
Yeah, he's been impressive, Mitchell. The other thing, there was a break earlier on, and he was following, backing up down the middle. He was first down to the play. It's a good habit for a front rower, like Payne Haas does. They just get through a mountain of work, little habits in their game, which is a good sign, and he got rewarded there with a try assist. And, yeah, the Tigers, they know the game's gone, and they're starting to get a bit lazy around that middle of the field.
There's usually plenty of hair under that white headgear of Tallis Duncan. Playing without it in the second half might be a little bit cooler for him. Hawkins looking to convert. And he slots that one. So today might be grand final day, but rugby league continues right here on 9 with the Pacific Championships kicking off from Saturday, October 14. Don't miss the Kangaroos taking on Samoa live in Townsville. Don't miss every game of the Pacific Championships right here on 9's Wide World of Sports.
Behind it.
Yeah, month of International Rugby League. Home of sport, 9's Wide World of Sports. The one-day International Cricket World Cup underway as well. Plenty of sport happening into the summer. Before you know it, you'll be opening Christmas presents and they'll be ready for the summer of tennis as well. The Australian Open, Cam will be off to Vegas.
Will you going to Melbourne? You going to Melbourne for the tennis? Surely.
It's a great event. Murray for the Tigers. Tigers looking to finish their year on a positive note. Geyer to Jacks. Riley Jacks is wrapped up. Murray on the bounce. Chan. Gordon and French in the tackle. Powell. South Sydney defence have been ruthless in this second half. Charlie Murray, a ball that Joe Chan probably didn't want. He was in traffic. 2 tackles left in the set. Powell. He'll play it on the last. Jacks through the hands. Pezzett and Fatape will get a consolation try for the Tigers.
They will.
Yeah, that was pretty crafty play there by the Tigers down this short side. It was Jonah Pezzett and Riley Jacks combining. Harvey Norman replay. Just a nice little set piece down the short side. Just look at that sleight of hand there from Jonah Pezzett. He does that really well where he gets deep into the line. He's able to double pump. Just watch how he shifts where the ball is here. Holding the ball. There's Riley Jacks out the back to Jonah Pezzett, and he finds his pass under the arms of the defender. Just watch him, just keeps the ball low under the defender's arms. That's smart play. Tape, as Salty said, he gets a consolation try and a calf cramp. Probably won't be the last one we see of those today, Salty.
Yeah, hot conditions here at Accor Stadium. NRLW Grand Final coming up. Knights v Titans. And then tonight, the NRL Grand Final. Penrith up against Brisbane. The weather's hot, but the rugby league action will get even hotter. Pezzett. And no goal.
Wait, come on.
So 42-16 inside the final minute. As I say, really looking forward to this NRLW Grand Final coming up. What a sight that is. Accor Stadium. The stands starting to fill up. Here come the fans. Panthers fans, Broncos fans. 35 degrees it is.
Go the Jets.
Here at the stadium.
Salty, who do you like in the NRLW? Knights or Titans?
I think the Knights will be really hard to beat. The Titans, to play that real defensive game in these conditions, it's going to take a monumental effort. They've got the players that can do it. It's a flip of the coin for the NRLW Grand Final. Karen Murphy's team been tremendous to get through to this decider. The Knights looking for back-to-back premierships. How's that for sitting on the fence?
That's as good as it gets.
Sit back and enjoy it. Taj Wood tackled for the Tigers. This will be the last play of the game as Seve goes for a run. Oh, lovely little flick pass. Inside ball on the bounce, and they are going to get a consolation try. The Tigers are in through Bradley.
He's had a good game, Bradley. He's caught a lot of high balls, chased kicks, saved tries, defended really well. And he gets a little reward to take home to Brisbane with him. A try at Accor Stadium in the state challenge. Good play too. Marion Seve had a dummy half. Strong run of this fella. Strong run of this fella. Just pulls through some tired defence. Harvey Norman replay. Pass in field hits the ground, but Bradley's there, as he has been all day. He's a big, tall thing. That's a good try to take home for him. But the Rabbitohs will run out winners 42, I'd imagine, to 22. If they take the conversion, they're going to take it. Yeah. They just stand it up on its edge and bang it over. That's how we used to do it in the old days.
Try converted. Well done to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Here's a look at the conversion straight off the ground. Jonah Pezzett. And it is glory, glory to South Sydney. Well done to the Rabbitohs. State championship winners for 2023. And well done to Tyrone Munro, the man of the match in the state championship final here at Accor Stadium. He was tremendous on the wing. Full time. And the Rabbitohs, too strong for the Tigers. In the end, the Rabbitohs defeating the Tigers 42-22.